In today's video, we're going to be talking about 4 signs from the universe that you're on the right track. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. Make sure that you subscribe before you leave, that way you'll never miss out on another video. Okay, for all my returning subscribers, you might see in the past couple of videos, my background has been different. Now this is my permanent setup. So if you guys have not been following me, something happened in my life. It was a very negative situation where I had to pack up all my things and leave where I lived my whole entire life. I had to leave forever. In 8 hours, I had to pack all my belongings, my pets, everything, and just leave. And so that's been happening for the past month. It actually happened the night before New Year's. So for the whole January, that's what's been going on. We've been trying to we found a temporary place, and then now we're in a permanent place, which I feel like the universe really brought me and shifted things and created all of this problems. I wouldn't call it problems, but I feel like this happened to bring me to my soulmate of a house. So whatever happened, I feel like it had to happen for me to come here. So anyways, this is my new setup. Here I am creatively free to work more for you guys, bringing more content, doing more readings. And another thing is that I'm gonna have not just this as a set, but I have a few different areas in my house where I can film for you guys. So I'm really excited to be doing that. If you guys notice me sitting a little bit weird, kind of twitching a little bit, it's because my sciatic pain, I have sciatic pain, and it's been really bad for the past 2 or 3 years. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this right now is, first of all, because I'm probably sitting really awkward like this, because it does hurt right now. But when your root chakra is off, you will notice yourself having bladder issues. You're going to notice yourself having lower back pain, pain in your upper thighs. These are areas of your body that are very affected and that can struggle when your root chakra is off. When your root chakra is off, it has everything to do with your home life, your family life, how grounded you feel, how secure you feel in your job, how secure you feel in your home, how safe you feel, how stable you feel in your finances and everything. So these are the feelings that come with your root chakra. And when your root chakra is off, with mine, you can clearly see why I'm having these problems. First of all, I got a UTI. And then second of all, I have this lower back pain right now, and it's because the past few weeks, my foundation literally was pulled out beneath my feet. And I had no choice but to take everything I owned and leave, and with nowhere to go, you guys. But the moment I did it, the moment I didn't have a choice, and the moment that I started doing it, everything fell into place, you guys. The other side of fear, because I knew I had to leave this environment for a really long time. I just didn't because of fear or whatever. And when I finally was forced to, I saw what the heck I was doing. There was so much blockages. There was so much energetic block, keeping yourself somewhere where it vibrationally does not match with you, where it's toxic, where it's negative. A place where there's no healing to be had over there. And I stayed there, So when the more and more I was raising my vibration, the universe was just like, hey, we need to get this girl out of there, because it just doesn't mix. It's like oil and water. It just will not mix. And so, something has to give. And so I think that's what happened to me, is that the universe kind of forced me out and everything fell into place so beautifully, so perfectly. It's like a string of events. The way I can describe it is the road was already paved, but I was just afraid to go on it, because I didn't know what was on it. But as soon as you take that first step into that unknown road, everything falls into place. It's like the universe had already lined everything up for me. All that I needed to do was take that step into that pathway. Instead, I was miserable and kept going on that miserable path, if that makes sense. I just felt like I need to tell you guys that because I do get a lot of customers and clients for readings, and a lot of you guys, I feel like, are stuck in places where you don't want to be, or you're just now, just like me, a lot of you guys are experiencing it too, is where you've been kind of pushed out of a very negative situation, relationship, career, whatever. And that is a little bit off the topic, but it's not, because actually that is what inspired this video. If I'm sitting really, really weird and awkward, I'm sorry. But that's another thing is my root chakra is extremely off. It was extremely off, and I feel like now it's healing slowly as I settle into my new place. You guys see my new set. This is not going to be the only set. But as I settle into my new place, I noticed my body. You know, root chakra was definitely off because my roots, my foundation was embedded into a very negative place, and now I'm getting out of that, and so my root is just like, what the heck, you know, and so I feel it actually manifested into physical pain. But today, all of this stuff happening to me inspired this video. So we're going to be talking about 4 ways that the universe shows you that you're on the right track, no matter what is going on, even through turmoil and struggles and challenges and chaos. The universe will still send you signs that you're on the right track. And a lot of the times when things like this happen, it's called the tower moment in tarot, where everything in your life turns upside down. Your whole perspective changes. It happens because you're vibrationally not matched anymore with your current situation, whatever that is. And so the universe has to push you into this vibration that you match with. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. It doesn't fit. It's like you trying to put the wrong puzzle pieces together, and you're trying to force it together, and it just looks really awkward and weird, and it's off, and it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna go. It's like oil and water. It just doesn't mix. So the universe is like, okay, wait, it doesn't mix. I have to push them to the vibration that they do mix with. No matter what's going on, the universe will always send you signs if you're on the right track. And here are 4 of them. The first sign that you're gonna see is synchronicity. A lot of it. And this whole thing happened with me when I had to pack up all my stuff and leave forever. I kept seeing the number 111, 1111, and 444 everywhere. And even my boyfriend would see it. It was insane because it was on every receipt. We would get some food, it would be on the receipts. I had to get my dog's nails and hair trimmed and cut because it's been a while. It was really, really cold. He was very uncomfortable. The place that we went to get his hair and nails done was 5 minutes away from our temporary location that we had, and the address was 111. Just insane. We would see it on like packaging of toilet paper rolls we would get. Like, it was everywhere. We would see it driving down to our new place, you know. It was insane. And it was so insane to where a non-believer would be like, okay, this is weird. Like, how do you see it this much? You'll start to see these synchronistic moments back to back. Now, it doesn't just have to be numbers. So before I move on, I want to also say that I was seeing 444 and 4444 everywhere. And that number is the number of your root chakra. It's the number of your foundation, of your home, how stable you feel, how safe you feel, you know, financially stable in your relationship, stable in your ability to take care of yourself. Just, it has a lot to do with all of those things. So for me to keep seeing that number and then seeing that with 1111 or 111, the universe was telling me right there, we're creating your foundation. Your foundation is going to become stronger. Keep going, keep going. That's another thing. When you start seeing these synchronistic things, when you start seeing these synchronistic numbers and messages, keep going. Whatever you're doing something right because you're very, very aligned and you're very, very connected. So keep on going. You're on the right track. You're on the right path, and the universe is telling you, yes, yes, keep going. You're doing the correct thing. Keep going. The correct thing is always going to be that thing that is going to take you to a higher vibration. That is always, like, that to me is what the correct thing is, or the correct path, the right path. It's always a path where our vibration is going to get higher and higher. Other things you may see synchronistically is when you're thinking about something and the radio is on or the TV is on, and immediately you hear that word on the TV. And it's really weird. It kept happening to me all the time. Even on the radio, it just kept, like, I would think of this weird, bizarre word, and bam, on the radio, like seconds after, somebody would say that word, and sometimes it freaked me out. So this is something that you're going to see a lot when the universe is telling you, no matter what is going on, just keep going, because you are going the right way. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you feel lost and confused, like you're wandering, keep going on whatever path you're going on, because you're being led to the right way. Number 2 is effortlessness. Things become effortless. And things that maybe before you were thinking as daunting or tedious, or like, how am I ever gonna do that? Or maybe you were so filled with fear to take that next step. These things just kind of become effortless. Things start falling into place. So I did a thrift haul. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's up on my channel, but in that video I talk about how things just fell into place. Things that I've wanted for so long, for years and years and years, that I've always had in the back of my head, the things that I had years ago on my vision boards, that I even forgot about. As soon as I was away from this negative place, things just started falling into place. All those things on my vision boards that were kind of just didn't manifest all those years ago, they just started manifesting. The things that I wanted in my house, I got those at the thrift store for like $1. Things that I would have spent like hundreds of dollars on. Like, things just fall into place, and that is because you step outside your comfort zone. Not even that, but sometimes the universe kind of pushes you outside your comfort zone. But it's important for us to know that outside of that comfort zone is all our dreams waiting for us. The right people and the right opportunities will come to you. A lot of the things that have been put on hold or blocked will start to resolve. Now, this is a huge one for me, because when I lived back in my other place, there was sorry, I'm looking out the window and there's like a bunch of cats, and you guys know I love cats. So it's really cute to watch them. But a lot of the things that were blocked in my life started to just resolve themselves. I had this fear of, and I can't believe I'm admitting this to you guys, but I had this fear of spending money. Like now when I think back about it, it was like this phobia of spending money, and it was because of everything that I've been taught about money and the things that I experienced in my life when it came to money. Which those things now I'm breaking out of. And so I think that's why my root chakra is off, because I'm slowly breaking out of that. And as I break out of it, I see the difference in the pain level of my root chakra area. So that's for a whole other video, but these things start to resolve themselves. One of the biggest things is I was afraid to spend money to get my own cars fixed. Like, I was like putting it off as much as I could, because I didn't want to spend the money, not realizing that a car is a different form of our hands and feet. And I was like crippling that aspect of myself. And eventually, like, I had to do it. And I mean, thank God the universe brought me, like, again, everything fell into place. The universe brought me the perfect place. It was such an affordable price. The people there had an altar for Mary, Saint Mary. And they had the candle going, and they had a shrine for her. It was so beautiful. Like, I feel like the universe did line everything up for me, and my biggest test was to cross that line of fear and guilt. So I did it finally, and after you do it, sometimes here's the thing. You're so afraid to cross a line because of fear, insecurity, guilt, whatever, not realizing that on the other side of that line is the universe has already paved everything for you. All you need to do is cross that line, and everything's already ready. Like, for me, that's what happened. I was so afraid to do that, cross that line. First of all, because I was taught never to do that. And second, I was taught that I would never make it on my own. And so that was engraved inside my mind. And so I was afraid to cross that line. But when I crossed that line, you guys, everything was lined up for me. Everything fell into place. And so that's another thing, is like, when you're on the right track, things just fall into place. The universe just kind of just like here. Everything you need to get taken care of, the universe kind of just opens the door and brings you the best possible deal, the best possible people, the best possible circumstance for you to get these things taken care of. Now, you guys, can you imagine this? So when we had to leave, I had 3 pets, I had all my belongings, my boyfriend, and 2 cars. So I had to find a place to live that day for the next few weeks, at least until I found a permanent spot. And the universe, on the same day that we had to leave, you guys, I found a place that accommodated 3 pets. She was so sweet enough to say that, yes, go ahead, bring all your stuff, it's okay. And we got to stay there for 2 weeks, and such a blessing. Did you guys see that amethyst crystal that was over there? As soon as we walked into the door, there was an amethyst crystal. So right there, that's another sign from the universe. We deal with crystals, we work with crystals. So for us, that was a huge sign that we were on the right track. The universe said, yes, no matter what's happening, it's okay, you're okay. Here's a sign. The third thing you're gonna notice when the universe is trying to tell you that you're on the right track is that you don't feel feelings of fear, insecurity, guilt. These kind of disappear. Things that used to scare you, they're not gonna scare you anymore. And even if they do, it's like you don't care. You just move forward anyways. It's like, it's this feeling of where you're overthinking and overthinking and overthinking for so long, and all of a sudden you just snap and you just like, I'm not gonna think about it anymore. This is what I feel like doing, I'm gonna do it. Bam, that's it. That's an energy that comes when you're on the right path, because you're not overthinking anything, you know exactly what you want. Fear, guilt, and insecurity don't come in the way anymore. Those are big blocks. So now they're not in your way anymore, and you're just like, let's do it. This is what I want to do. Let's do it. You also find yourself releasing a lot of guilt because you understand your own worth. So, you realize that you need to give your spirit and your soul, even your inner child, your own attention, nurturing, and you have to build your life on your own terms. So it's a lot of these kinds of realizations that come. You're raising your vibration by following your path, by following your intuition, by following your heart, following what you want to do, not being influenced by anyone else. You're just following your path. You're raising your vibration. And when you do that, then these low vibrational things like guilt, fear, insecurity, they have no space for you. Again, it's like oil and water. It won't mix. So they have no choice but to leave because they don't fit. And the fourth way that you know that you're on the right path, that you're on the right track, is everything feels natural. Like, no matter what the situation is, no matter what is going on around you, like things could be in turmoil, like a tornado and chaos, and you're sitting there on your throne completely still, calm, and in bliss because you just know, you just feel natural. Like, for me, when I left that place, everything felt natural. For me, at first, I thought I felt really numb. But it wasn't numbness. And until this day, till right now I'm sitting here in front of the camera, I still kind of feel like it's numbness, but it's not numbness. It's feeling natural. And sometimes I feel like we get those two confused. Sometimes we're like, okay, I feel numb because I know I should be feeling a certain way, but I don't feel that way, so I'm gonna say that I feel numb. But you're not feeling numb, you just feel natural. Like, I feel like I was supposed to leave that place a long time ago, but I didn't because of fear and guilt and insecurity. And that's because of all the things that were engraved inside my head as a little girl. Now I'm out, I'm here, I'm on my own, and I'm happy, and it feels natural, you guys. It feels right. It feels like I'm supposed to be doing this. It vibrationally matches like the perfect puzzle pieces ever that just clicked. The changes that occur, if they had occurred any earlier or any sooner, you guys, you would probably feel scared and anxious, and just a lot of emotions would have come if these changes would have happened earlier. But the fact that changes happen, and you just feel more natural in these changes. And it's because your vibration is moving forward. And so you feel more comfortable because now your environment, your relationships, you know, the things around you, they match your vibration. This is because you are aligned with that divine energy. And when you are aligned with divine energy, then you can't keep yourself around low vibrational things, low vibrational situations, emotions. It's that divine energy that guides you, and that's what your intuition is. That's what your gut feelings are. That's what your passion is. It's divine energy, and you not resisting to it. You're just following it. That's what is divine energy. That's how you know you're on the right path. You have this inner knowing that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing, and you wouldn't be doing anything else, you know. So I hope that this video gave you guys some clarity, gave you guys some advice and guidance, because I feel like this is all the things that I've been going through lately, and I wanted to share with you guys just 4 things that I've noticed during this whole change. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.